just different.
Yo, what up, guys? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's it going? 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 Oh, got a new little beat to write to. What up? What up? How we doing today? It's motherfucking Friday. Thank God. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Shit. Set the trees ablaze. Trying to balance out that Canadian smoke, you know what I'm saying? Gotta balance the Canadian smoke. Oh man, we're gonna try to work some more on this hand. We got whoa, don't drop the pink palette. So we got the thumb and this dividing line right here. So that portion of the palm has first detail there, and then we got most of the fingers. So we're here. We got to do this, the rest of this finger, and then this portion of the palm. And then this skin tone to be done with the first detail there. Y'all getting rain down there? B, what's good, bro? Oh, I'm coming down next week. I'll be down, bro. Hope y'all got some good weather next week. Let me look at the forecast. Don't look good, but next weekend looks good. Oh man, y'all got rain all week coming up, bro. That shit crazy. Y'all got rain for like a week. Well, that's not Columbia. That's Hartsville.
Just
But
different.
damn, Hartsville getting rain for 7 days. I'll be down there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah, it's gonna be raining till Tuesday. See, I'm hot. I wish I could be gaming right now. I'll actually do a little bit of some of the digital stuff you was working on. It was last night, the night before last. Oh, Monday gonna be y'all hot day. Driving. I'm gonna drive down. It seems don't seem worth it don't seem worth the money sometimes to fly, because South Carolina, like where we live at, you only got a couple of airports to fly into. They're not very big and they're all expensive. If you fly into Myrtle Beach, that shit expensive. If you fly into goddamn Florence, that shit expensive. You got the best tickets is Charlotte. That's like the cheapest, closest stop, because Charlotte is a bigger airport and they just do more flights. But then you got to rent a car, so it's like, man, pay for a plane ticket and a rental car for the weekend, I would save money just driving. You'll be on the road for half a day. You'll be on the road for half a day, but you'll save way more money. You save way more money, bro. Um, but that's about as far as I would drive. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if my relatives didn't live where they live, I probably wouldn't drive, because my people live in Virginia. So I'm in PA. My family lives in Virginia, and I'm going to South Carolina. Virginia is like the perfect midway stopping point. So I always have somewhere to go, stop, rest, get something to eat, go to the bathroom, chill, and I get to see my family. And most of the time, I'll leave PA, drive to Virginia, and then I'll ride with my family from Virginia to South Carolina. So sometimes I don't even drive. I'll just drive to Virginia, and I'll ride with my aunt or my uncle or one of my cousins the rest of the way down. And then that way, I'm with somebody with a car or some shit like that. But yeah, just flying down there. They say if you fly, you're gonna have to pay round trip tickets and rental car for the weekend. Now, if my people didn't live in Virginia, and I couldn't get a ride with somebody else, sometimes it probably would be worth it to fly. But anything further than that, I'm not driving. That's like a 9 hour. If you do it straight, it's like 9 hours. I'm not driving further than that anywhere, bro. My sister live in Florida. If I go to Florida, I'm flying down that bitch. If I go to Texas or somewhere, I'm flying out there. I'm not driving. I'm not going to drive all the way to fucking Florida. Like I said, even to fucking Georgia. I'm not. Georgia is like another extra 4 or 5 hours past South Carolina. I'm not doing that. You got to drive through South Carolina. I'm good, bro. Or continue with Roger. I'm good. That's too far. Really, my max is like 5 hours in the car, and that's why I can get to Virginia in like 4.5 hours. I'll be so ready to get the fuck out of the car, bro. So ready to stop driving. Fucking hate that shit. That's like my max. I do like 5 hours straight. I need a break, bro. I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here. And it's a family reunion, and I live the farthest away. Well, I don't know. Like I said, my sister's in Florida, but she's at the southern part, so her trip up is probably about the same distance as my trip down. She probably got to drive like 8 or 9 hours through Florida to get home. Boozy, what's good, bro? Hey, in here trying to write a new song. You know what I'm saying? Working on the. We just did this. Do I not have them? I could have swore I took a picture of that shit. Nah, that's crazy. My phone is filling up so fast, yo. I gotta really go through some shit and get a bunch of this stuff. Um, damn, that's crazy. I could have swore I screenshot this shit. Like, anyway, everybody get ready for the 23rd. Jen Stones, new release from your boy Trap, Trap House Entertainment. Shout out to the big homie Omizu for the song for the album title. Gems and Stones. Whatever. Um, yeah, the album is loaded. Give it a couple of days. I say I would do that shit overnight, but the only platform that hit it overnight is Spotify. Like Spotify got some kind of deal with DistroKid where you have access to more features of the Spotify platform than you do other music platforms, and it's really cool. Like you can really see a lot more analytics, and you can promote and advertise your albums faster and quicker on Spotify, and uh, they'll load your shit overnight. Like if you want to do that shit next day, that shit will pop up on Spotify the next day. But every other service, that shit be taking like a couple of days for them to verify everything. So that's why I try to put it at least a week out so that when it does populate to all the platforms, it'll come out everywhere at the same time. Because I don't even have a Spotify like membership. So when I listen to that shit, I listen to snippets and all the commercials and all that shit. Oh my god, I got Apple Music, but Apple they take like a week to put your music out. So when I upload that shit, I just set it for a later date so I can listen to it myself. I want to listen to the whole thing myself. I don't want to have to pause and listen to commercials and all this other shit. Hey, that shit He said, "Oh, got about 2 weeks." Yo, I'll be getting that green leafy letter. You think you got about 2 weeks, bro? Yo, they say the lettuce got the thing on it, ain't it? Hey man, don't eat that. Hey, can't eat that lettuce out the grocery store, man. contaminated. That shit got the heebie-jeebies on it. Say, I ain't been eating nothing but lettuce wraps. Yo, you know what's up. Hey, man, if you don't hear from me, tell them I was eating the lettuce. Saying, guy trying to be healthy. Nigga can't even be healthy in 2026. Yo, that's crazy. Motherfucker can't even eat healthy. What happened? Well, it was the lettuce. The lettuce? Ain't no way in hell, bro. You can't. A motherfucker can't have shit, bro. Motherfucker can't have shit, bro. That's how they gonna get everybody to start eating bugs, man. Eat the meat. Well, the meat is bad for you. Well, eat the vegetables. Well, the vegetables are bad for you too. I got some bugs. Oh shit. We're gonna be eating crickets and dragonflies. I need all the tissue, bro. I'm running through this shit. Better give you some baby wipes. Get some baby wipes. You got the runs. You gonna rub your ass raw. Don't rub your ass raw. Trying to wipe too hard. That dry ass tissue. Words tearing that gut up. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker said he got the dysentery. This was the 1500. You'll die from that shit, bro. Stock up on it, bro. All the time. Every time. All the time, every time. I don't fuck around with that shit, dude. People think it's weird. I've been doing this for years, like, and I always say it's because I really just hate going to the grocery store all the fucking time. I hate going to the Walmart and all this shit all the fucking time, yo. And I can remember this is like 05, 06. This was before the banking crash and everything. Yo, as a single man, I was single, living by myself, but I would buy like the big ass 24 pack of tissues, even then, yo. I just had like a little spot in the bathroom, and I just had like a case of tissue in there. And I had some chick come over. She went to the bathroom. She came by. She was like, "Well, if I ever need some fucking tissue, I know where to go." Damn, they give you about a whole big thing. I was like, yeah. And I always do. I always have. Always get whatever the biggest fucking case of paper towels, get 2 of those. Get 2 cases of toilet tissue. And that shit'll last for a long ass time. Then when the case is empty and gone and I have 1 left, I start stacking from that. Then I go get another case to replace that bitch. Water, the same thing. I don't run out of water, bro. I probably got about 12 cases of water in the house right now, and a couple of gallons of water. Just because I drink a lot of water. I drink water all the time. I was really really amazed with the COVID tissue thing. That shit was fucking me up. I'm like, nobody got tissue at home? Are y'all just not thinking about like having extra tissue? Like nobody never. No, I really thought that's like I don't know, just a common thing. I'm almost certain that's one of the biggest selling items at like the big box stores, like Sam's Club or whatever. Toilet tissue. You catch me with a shitty butt. Talking about, well, we gotta wash the rags out. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And Shauna got all the toilets in her house got bidets on that motherfucker, man. What you do say? Should change your life, man. Bidet. Yeah. The great toilet tissue scare. That's a good question. How is it getting into the food source? And how is contaminated food source getting to the market? Y'all don't test for none of this stuff. At least out of every harvest, y'all test like so many. You let 1,000 heads of lettuce go through, then you test 10 of them, or I wouldn't even let 1,000. Every 700 heads of lettuce, you need to test one or two of these things. Everything good on this lettuce? All right, test it for y'all. Y'all just I don't know. I don't work in production before, and farming is a production. It's mostly mechanized, and like there should be standards and quality checks in between a lot of the fucking steps of the operation. Y'all ain't got no quality check protocols. How this shit get to the market? Maybe something to that shit, bro. See what it is, man. They got the nanoparticles floating around in the Canadian smoke mixed with the amoebas is on the lettuce. And so if you eat the lettuce and you breathe the smoke in at the same time, you spontaneously combust. It's population control, man. Population control. Watch the news now. Watch the news. If you see somebody spontaneously combust, it's the lettuce. Jerry Rig did you? Hey, you sure what that is? I don't know. I don't know if this finger. I don't know. I feel like I made one of the fingers too big. Maybe not. You know what? It ain't gotta be straight. It just gotta look straight. Montezuma's Monte Carlos. Ricardo's. It's revenge. Now you got me lost. This is the TikTok. Hey, you gotta send me this shit. Why? It's more. It's more sienna and red. Sienna and red, right here. Yes, they are. How you turn a regular toilet into that shit, bro? You gotta, you gotta run a little hose inside the toilet or some shit, right? You need the water to skeet up with enough pressure. Gotta have enough lift in it. That shit just feel like more maintenance to me, or something else that can break. Toilets break enough as it is. Connect the hose. He connected the hose to the sink. I gotta see now because now now wouldn't the hose be visible? If you well, depending on how close your sink is to the toilet. But my toilet is across. Like my sink is in front of my toilet, not beside it. That's why I was thinking like you must have to use the toilet water. You say redneck bidet. Oh wow. My aunt just sent me some pictures. portable. That motherfucker had to say, "I love cooler." Not the redneck with it. And it's portable. This nigga say, "I'm going on Shark Tank." It's $1 million idea. I keep forgetting to saturate this thing. Normally I have never done that in the past, but recently, like the past couple of paintings, I kind of like saturating the canvas a little bit with that linseed oil before I start painting. Just seems to help the oils blend a little better. But then I don't know how the long-term effects will play out if you layer too much of that oil on there. That's when I do put it on there, I try to do it as thin as possible. I say just enough to help the paint glide around a little bit, slide around a little bit. All right, I took the I have the iPad connected to the speaker because I'm trying to write to this beat, but for some reason, however this dude uploaded, I can't like do dual screen. With some YouTube videos, you can just slide it up to the corner and do other shit on your phone while YouTube is still playing. But some videos won't let you. If you try to minimize it and as a second screen, that shit just goes the fuck away. So I can't use my phone to listen to the beat and write at the same time. So I have the beat playing on this, and I got the lyrics on the phone.
just different. Just different. Just different.
He said, I just need a schmuck. Yeah. Fucking shower head got the extension on that, bro. Same thing. Functionality. Is it functional? Same thing. So I gotta work around for that. Alright, so we let the beat ride one more time. I got one bar just now. Need 4 more bars and I have the first verse. Yo, Pup, what game you playing, bro? You got Warhammer 4,000, whatever, the free jump. You want to do Warhammer or Helldivers or Arc Raiders? I ain't played. I'm starting to kind of miss Arc Raiders a little bit. I know now, like, bro, the difficulty in that game, and I haven't been on that shit in like months. I'm back in there, I'm just die. I already know. I was that shit for a minute though, bro. Arc Raiders is still a fun ass game. So I heard like this Sunday is the final day of the World Cup for the last few matches or whatever to determine the winner. Man, I might have to play some bets, boy. Might have to risk my last $50. Play some bet. I don't know what the hell. I only had like a half a bottle of water, but I gotta piss again. I don't think I can get my bladder all the way just now. What the fuck?
With these children of today that their behavior is so bad. We are in this classroom fighting behavior problems 100% of our time. Like most days, I just dread coming to work because I'm about to be a babysitter for the day. Like at my last school, a student full blown hit me. And the very next day, I got an email from my principal talking about what I could have done better. And not only that, I had the force to call the parent and apologize for the child's behavior. And then I just altogether stopped calling parents because whenever I would call parents, they would say, oh, just move their seat. All of these good teachers are leaving the profession because they're tired of coming to work and being a child wrangler. They're tired of coming to work and they're tired of being a babysitter, a therapist, and no learning is being done. But then when it's time for these reports and time for these numbers to pop up, they're being looked at as fraudulent because there's no growth in the classroom. Literally, my mental health is so bad when I come to work. It's me up at 4 a.m. in the morning talking and turning, not able to detach from work because I'm so miserable going in because I have to deal with these issues that I'm getting no support on.
These kids are horrible. Horrible. They don't care about learning. The parents don't hold them accountable. They don't make their kids hold themselves accountable. The admin does not hold the parents of the children accountable. They say they hold the kids accountable, but they go to the office and they come back and they do the same thing. It's awful.
Teachers are tired of Gen Alpha and their millennial parents. Now, of course, it's not everybody, but as you'll see in today's video, there's a wide variety of teachers that are having the exact same problems, and it's worth talking about.
You're not gonna believe what the student did to me today in school. This actually happened during the passing period. I had just greeted my students at the door, and I was speaking to another student online about some missing assignments that she had. She was standing right next to me. Again, we were standing still at the door. The student was in the hallway, and I was standing right by my door. When I see another student pass by me right in front of me, and he goes into my class, mind you, he is not a student of mine, so I immediately asked him to leave my class and to please go to his correct class. He knew exactly where he needed to be, and he made the choice to come into my classroom. As he is finally exiting, he decides to stop right in front of me where I'm standing at the door. And you guys already know I'm only 3 feet 3 inches tall. Now, these are students who are about to go into high school. This student is very, very tall, and he gave me no personal space. And what I mean by that was that he intentionally stood right in front of me, and we were probably about 2 inches away from him rubbing his private parts in my face. And he did this with a smirk on his face. So I know for a fact that he did it intentionally. This was no accident. He had plenty of space to walk on the side of the door. But instead, he chose to stand right in front of me, look down on me, and almost rubbed his parts on me. I did not even put my hand in front of him or anything. I instead went back like this because I didn't want to be accused of me touching his parts. So instead, I went like this. And the other student who was speaking to me actually told him, dude, that's gross, because she saw what happened. She was my witness. Anyways, I said a lot of things to him, and I asked him to please step away from me, to not ever come back into my classroom. He of course denied it and went finally into his classroom. I immediately called the teacher that I knew had him, and I gathered the information to call him. And this is why I'm making the video. It is so important that parents do their part. I want to tell you as a teacher, I will never take time out of my day to call and lie about your child, ever. And you best believe most teachers will never do that. So if I'm taking the time out of my day to call you, it's because this actually happened.
I've never had classes behave this poorly. Even kinder students behave better than this. So next thing, do you know how hard it is to get kicked out of my class? Like, unbelievably difficult. But second period, we're taking attendance, everyone's standing on their numbers, and he kicks a soccer ball as hard as he can and hits someone in the back. I'm like, dude, go ahead. Like, oh, sorry, sir, I'm sorry. I'm like, all right, like, everyone gets one mistake. Right then, we're doing laps on the track, we're playing soccer, we're playing football. Should be an easy day. And I watch him pick up a football, look directly at 3 girls that are walking along the track. He picks it up and just hucks it at him. And it happens to hit the girl straight in the back of the head. And I'm like, dude, let's go, you're done. Like, so I radio into the walkie-talkie, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what, mister, I didn't do it. I said, buddy, I just watched you do it. He goes, no, that was someone else. I said, oh, okay, who was it? Oh, I don't know. I said, but it was you. I watched you do it. He goes, no, it wasn't me, mister, it wasn't me. I'm like, man, you're going to the office. And luckily, the supervisor came out. He goes, dude, you're so, and he was like cussing me out. I'm like, all right, man, have a good one. And that same period, the boys are getting dressed in the locker room, they're like slamming lockers, getting super hectic. So I'm like monitoring, making sure they like stop doing that, like trying to get them out of the locker room, like let's go. And the start of third period comes, and one of the kids is like, hey, mister, there's like a clog in the toilet. I'm like, of course, perfect. So I looked in the bathroom, it wasn't a clog. Someone grabbed a cone, stuffed it in the toilet, and then used the bathroom through the traffic cone. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing? And it's just like, this is why I don't like to teach middle school.
Parents, I am begging you to listen to me. I'm a teacher, and there is a pattern I have noticed throughout my teaching career. It's not talked about enough. As a teacher, there is one thing that signals to me whether or not your child is going to be a behavior problem in my class for the entire year. It's not race, it's not gender, it's not religion, it's not their home life, whether or not they're in foster care, if they come from a split home. It's none of those things. All children at some point in time make dumb decisions. That's just part of life and part of growing up. But if every single time your child is getting in trouble, you are immediately jumping to their defense without question, verbally attacking the teacher, the principal, whoever, and refusing to hold them accountable for any reason whatsoever, you are setting your child up for a lifetime of disappointment, failure, and a whole lot of confusion. And of course, this type of behavior makes it really difficult on your child's teacher and everybody else in the classroom, but that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to tell you is that you are hurting your child by not making them take any responsibility, holding them accountable for nothing. If that goal of creating a good person is not mutual between the teacher and the parent of the child, there's just only so much teachers can do. Learning how to be a good person, it has to happen at home.
Today I did something as a teacher that I told myself I was never going to do. And I really think that like only teachers will understand, because like this sounds so bad when I say it, but like I don't know what else to do in these situations. And I hate to be that person, but when I was in high school, 2015, 2019, I do not remember a singular class I was ever in where kids did this to the teacher. And I'm not kidding. Like today I'm just now realizing, I'm like, this is an every week occurrence in my class, I'm pretty sure. With every assignment, everything that we do, this happens at least once a week where kids just don't want to do it. And instead of just being like, oh my God, like I feel like when I was in high school, kids would be like, if we were like annoyed with something. But most of the time we didn't really do that because it's like we're in school. What else would we be doing besides work? What do you mean at school? Anyway, I get that it's the end of the year. Teachers are burnt out, kids are burnt out. They are so tired of testing and they're just teenagers. I get that. If you know me, you know my whole driving force of teaching is loving your students. But this year has taught me that that's just not enough sometimes. You can love them and they can love you so much they feel like they can talk however they want to, do whatever they want to, treat however they want to. And I'm learning this year there really is a very healthy balance of loving them and also being strict and not tolerating things. And this is my fault because this is the end of the year and this should not still be happening. But it is, and I'm honestly just not realizing it. So we have 8 days of school left at this point. We're reading the graphic novel for the Odyssey. We're doing whole class reads, some independent reads. Like we're talking about it every day. I'm talking them through it.
The graphic novel of the Odyssey? Who the fuck? The what? Wait. You let that slip right there. Are you an English teacher? Yo, you heard that, right? What are they reading?
So much they feel like they can talk however they want to, do whatever they want to, treat however they want to. And I'm learning this year there really is a very healthy balance of loving them and also being strict and not tolerating things. And this is my fault because this is the end of the year and this should not still be happening. But it is, and I'm honestly just not realizing it. So we have 8 days of school left at this point. We're reading the graphic novel for the Odyssey. We're doing whole class reads, some independent reads. Like we're talking about it every day. I'm talking them through every single book. Every day on the daily agenda slide it has said reading quiz on Friday. And this is just necessary for me to see where they're at, but not only that, they need to see where they're at. This quiz should be very easy. It's 20 multiple choice questions. If they think this is easy, then they're good. They're on the right track. They're going to do great on our last 2 big grades. Mind you, this is the end of the year. I was like, if it's hard for you, then you know you need to take this book home, read it, watch some summary videos. I'll link them on the agenda slide. Like you need to take it.
What? Read the graphic novel and then watch some summary videos on YouTube. And I'm going to send you the YouTube links. But if you got summary videos, well, you got to read this shit. See, I would have been a genius in high school. If I had this level of technology when I was in school and teachers just giving you shit, how can you not succeed? Bruh. Man, if we had Google Chat and YouTube like that when I was in school, nigga, I would have been the smartest man on campus. And everything I learned now, I learned on YouTube. I done learned more on YouTube than I ever did in my standard educational career from public schools. But you know, we had to read the Odyssey, not the graphic novel. This shit it's a picture book. Don't try to make it sound all sophisticated. It's a picture book. What is this? Middle school? High school? You're giving picture books to high school kids. Odyssey, the graphic novel. You had to read the Odyssey and the Iliad, bro. You just had to read it. Ain't no damn. The only thing we did have Cliff Notes back in the day, but the Cliff Notes you had to read them too. There wasn't no YouTube video summary.
You need to read because we're finishing this next week, and these are the last 2 grades in my class, and they're big grade based on the book. So today it's time for their quiz. And like some classes, it's fine to take the quiz, like it's whatever. And then other classes, it's just not 2, not 5, like 10 to 20 to 30 kids just yelling at me all at once. And sometimes they wonder when I get in bad moods. And I'm like, I just want anyone to imagine that many people just yelling at you. You're one person standing up in front of the room, everyone else is sitting down, directing all of this at you for doing your only job. And I tolerate it. Like I tolerate this all year. And today was just the first time I realized that this is crazy. Like, why do I let this happen every week? So they're all shit like, oh my God, this is so dumb. I want to do this. Like, oh my God, what? Yelling at me. This is so stupid. Like, wow, like, why are we doing this? And like always, at first I was like, yo, like, I know it's so annoying. And I explained all that. I explained to y'all. It's like reading check, go in the grade book as a daily assignment grade, not a quiz grade. And then it was about ending the quizzes out, and people were still just like kind of yelling at me. I'm just paused, and I looked at them, and I was like, if you don't want to do this quiz, then don't do it. Take the 0. You're old enough now. You're in high school. I can't make you do this. I'm not your parent. I can't write the pencil for you. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Take the 0 and fail. But stop yelling at me. Do it or don't. But stop yelling at me. I don't know what else to do. And if I would have heard that a teacher told kids that like a year ago, I'm like, oh my God, that's just not the way to go about it. Like you need to love them. I do. And like, these are things they do not prepare you for when you're student teaching or when you're going into education. What do you do when 10, 15, 20 kids are all yelling at you at once? And this is a weekly occurrence. You can't write them all up. You can't call them and be like, hey, your kid sometimes like just yells at me. I don't have time to call those parents. I'm too drained by the end of the day. And it's like, I'm just going to go home. It's just time to go home. I just want to get home, or I'm not around this anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, I don't know what else to do, but just to be like, okay, you win. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Sure enough, all of them did it. Like, they stopped complaining. They all did it and they stopped complaining. And I'm like, again, this is my fault. This is the end of the year, and they should know they should not talk to me that way, but they don't know that. So that is my fault.
Why do y'all's kids feel like they don't have to respect the rules and regulations of the classroom? I made a seating chart. I made seating charts every time my kids take a major test. So I had a seating chart at the beginning of the year. They took their summer to exam. I made a new seating chart based off their data. I'm a teacher, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Why do your kids feel like they can come into my classroom and sit wherever they want to? Now, I've had years prior, like last year, where I had students who would come in and do their work, and then the days they knew were like a little bit more laid back, lax days. They're like, hey, Ms. Level, can I go sit and, beside this friend? Absolutely. Because this is the thing, those kids did their work, right? They did their work. So I didn't mind my kids last year that asked if they could go sit with a friend. That was fine, because a lot of the time they did their work. I didn't have any issue with them talking, none of that. This year, I have kids just come in, sit where they want, and not only are they sitting where they want, they're sitting where they want, and they're running their mouths. They're not doing their work, and they're talking, disrupting the whole class. But why are y'all not teaching these kids any level of respect? I've never been this tired in my life. I am actively looking for a way out of education, because when I say education is in the trenches, along with everything else going on in the world right now, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with y'all's bad kids, because y'all don't want to be a parent and y'all don't want to give them any sort of discipline at home. I am done. I'm exhausted. From destroying my things in the classroom to not following rules and regulations, to skipping class. And I get kids have done this for years. When I tell you it's like times 10 now, it's times 10. I'm done.
I had a fourth grade student who refused to be in the classroom. He would run away constantly. And when we did get him into the school, he would be incredibly destructive. He destroyed my office. He bit me in the stomach. He gave me all kinds of bruises. When we talked to the mom was like, I have no idea. He never acts like this at home. Sound familiar? We have a mass exodus of teachers leaving the profession because of parents and student behavior. Let's break that down a little bit. These kids are addicted to screens. They're addicted. Study after study shows that kids 3 to 5 that spend more than 2 hours on the screen in a day have significantly more physical aggression, hyperactivity, and not following directions or rules or anything like that. We also know that kids who have high amount of screen time also cannot regulate their emotions. The schools cannot fix this. This is a parent-child issue. What are we doing about it? Kids are 2 years behind, and they also have not had any social etiquette or social construct around them to function in. I thought this was bad 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, we are not ready for this.
I was ready to be paid absolutely nothing. I was ready to have to figure out how to teach to a test and also to teach to my students' needs. I was ready for parents to be either accusatory, unreliable, or outright hostile. I was ready for kids to not like school and to act out in normal kid ways. And I was prepared with fidgets and natural consequences and building relationships. But the system was not prepared for the volume and the scale of behaviors that they are seeing right now. At my school, we had 1, 2, 3 levels of intervention, and every single kid, if you follow the chart, would hit the top of the intervention plan. And those interventions are so time consuming that they're not designed to be done on every single kid in a grade. In my school, we had grades where 70-80% of the kids should have been in intensive counseling. They were sometimes active dangers to themselves and others, and you couldn't get them removed until something had happened and it was already too late.
It's the first week of school, and I've already had a student removed from my room. And I'm not even sure why, but I think, according to admin, that the student was removed from my room because the student went home and told the mom that I embarrassed him in front of his friends. So I had to think, I got great kids. I didn't have not one problem all week with all 24 of my kids. They're smart, they're nice, we have fun, all last week. We even celebrated 2 birthdays already. So I'm like, why would he go home and say that? And then it hit me. He's a really good mathematician. And I told him that. There were about 2 or 3 of them that were really great at the math I was giving them. The 4th grade math. They mastered the 3rd grade math, and I started throwing more difficult problems at them, and they were getting it, and I was so excited. So I told everybody, in front of the whole room, how amazing these 3 or 4 students were, and that they also were going to be amazing at 4th grade math. I clapped, I hugged them, I gave them stickers, I think I gave them earheads. So I celebrated this child in front of the whole class. I made him feel special in front of the whole class, and maybe that made him uncomfortable, and he went home and told his mom that I made him feel bad and embarrassed. So instead of calling me and asking me what happened, because the kid he's nice, he's the sweetest and smart. So when I got the call that he was going across the hall to the other teacher, I'm thinking, what did I do in these 7 days to make him want to go home and say that? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Why didn't anybody ask me what I said or did? Why didn't anybody ask me what happened? Because that's what happened. I celebrated about 3 or 4 students. I gave him little certificates and stickers and candy, and he was embarrassed by that. He went home, told his mom, I embarrassed him. Mom called school. Admin said, oh, told him right out. Didn't call me, didn't ask me what happened, because in their mind, here we go again. Because, every 30 to 60 business days, somebody's complaining about me for something. Last year, I had a kid who was sleeping all the time. After the parent said that they would partner with me and get the child to bed, I demanded the kid wake up and do his work, and that was a problem. So he had to leave the room. Another year, I had another kid refuse to pick up a pencil and do any work. I'm seeing that there might be some trauma involved. So instead of partnering with me, working with me, because I demanded that, the child at least pick up a pencil and write his name, kid had to leave the room, because you can't ask kids to pick up a pencil. You can't ask kids to wake up. You can't celebrate kids for their achievement, right? Public school system, count your days. I will not be here for long. This is absolutely ridiculous. And just the last 7 days, the things that have happened and the things that they're requiring us to do in my 24 years of education, count your days. I will not be teaching in this classroom for much longer. And trust me, I'm not going to slip out the back door like most folks. I'm not going to go across the street to the next school. I don't make linear moves like that. When I'm out of here, I'm out of here completely. I will not be teaching for much longer, because it's ridiculous. It's a joke. You can't teach. You can't celebrate kids. You can't demand excellence. You can't do anything. So that's what I'll be doing. Since I can't do anything, that's what I'll be doing. A whole lot of nothing. And you know what? It'll be your loss, because I'm phenomenal.
It was really hard hearing what a lot of these teachers went through, and of course, I experienced very similar things as a teacher of 8 years. But I am encouraged that teachers are finding their voice to speak out, and I would love to hear from you guys too, whether you're a student, a parent, a teacher. Let me know what your experiences have been in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now, everyone.
Claro que sí. Si no me crees, solo toca la pantalla y das cuenta de todos los productos que hay. Es una locura. Así que descarga AliExpress ahora.
I honestly don't know if you guys are gonna like me is because I'm about to say some heinous stuff, and you guys look like you guys dress like you care. You know what I mean? Collared shirts. I just don't know, you know. But I like when you stand up. It's the best. It's just a goofy fun time, you know. Because I feel like these days people have really strong opinions. You'll never know. Yeah. Hello. I don't have strong opinions because I feel like to have strong opinions, you got to know a lot of stuff, and I don't know stuff. Yeah, and some people go, "Oh, Jason, you're so stupid. You're such a bigot," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm so happy though. You're so smart, but you're so stressed out, and then we both die." Open casket. On me. Who wins? I don't know. I don't know who wins. I'm just trying to have a good time, you know? Well, strong opinions. One opinion I do have that I know I'm not the only person in the room that feels this way is that some people should just die. See, I told you, you guys dress like you care. Some of you agreed with me. A lot of you agreed with me, but some of you didn't react to this. Because maybe you're with that person tonight. I don't know. Yeah, because laughter is talent. You can't laugh if you don't like that person. But if you laughed immediately, maybe you have a list. Maybe. Or maybe you thought of that person. We all think of that person after work. You're walking on the sidewalk and you're in your car. And a little part of us just want to be like, oopsies. Just a little bit of murder, no? Not like an aggressive murder, but like a oopsie murder. Like, hey, you were mean to me. Not anymore. This is for the whole office. This is not selfish, this is giving. I say that some people should die, but believe it or not, I actually do love people. I like to connect. I like to trauma bond. It's nice, so you feel a little less alone. I think that's why we all have best friends. Because whenever we have a best friend and we get sad, we all get sad. Whenever we get sad and our best friend is right there, we're having a bad day, but they're having a worse day. It feels so good. You feel a little less alone, you know? We all want the best thing and the most happiest time for our best friend, but if I'm messed up and you're even more messed up, thank you God a little bit. Because if I'm messed up and you're okay and dancing and happy, is that a friendship? I'm gonna pray that something happens to you. I just recently became religious because I was born and raised in Taiwan, and the most popular religion is Buddhism, and my parents never forced that upon me, but when I first immigrated here, when I was 14, my mom started going to a Christian church. She didn't force that upon me either. But recently, I have fully committed myself to Christianity and Buddhism, and also Islam. Yeah, all three, full commitment. Why, Jason? Just in case. Just in case what? Just in case, hear me out. Some of you might be triggered. Just in case one of the religions might be a scam. Okay. Okay, some of you mad because the chances of me going to heaven very high. Some of you only believe in one, and you might die and then go nowhere. Which one is your favorite, Jason? Whichever one helps me within the situation. Because I got the leverage now. Comics travel a lot. I was going to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I hate turbulence. It was hitting hard. And immediately I prayed to Jesus first because we're in America. He does a lot of good work here. He's popular. So immediately I was like, Jesus, help, give me strength. I'm scared. And apparently Jesus was busy that day. And I'm like this, that's okay, next. I got options now, Jesus. Are you sure you don't want to bless me? Because you're about to lose a follower. And we all know you like followers.
All right, what time is it? It's almost 5. Getting a little hungry. Let's see if I can find that. Damn, I just saturated the whole thing. Need to find a good stopping point.
So then I wanted to pray to Buddha, but I didn't pray to Buddha because I don't know if you know about Buddhism, but if you do bad in life, you get reincarnated. And I don't want to be coming back as a snail or a bird, and even worse yet, back as a human being in India. Okay, some of you are very triggered. Some of you are very triggered, and I just want to ask everybody this. Who would like to be reincarnated into the next life back to India? That's what the fuck I thought. So, before you judge me, judge yourself. Before you want a virtue signal, please. Don't do it right now because, yeah. So I didn't want to do Buddha. So I went straight to Allah. But he was my last hope. That's my last God. The turbulence was hitting really hard. So because it's my last hope, I prayed with extra sincerity. But before I prayed to Allah, I prefaced it. I was like, Allah, I know that usually when people pray to you on planes, okay, good. We all have the same information. I thought it was just me. I thought, and don't hate me, by the way. I'm a vessel of all the gods. I'm just delivering the statistics. Please don't. You're a bigot. Yeah, but I'm so happy. With Allah, so I thought about this. So I was like, Allah, I know that usually when people pray to you on planes, please hear me clearly. I would like the complete opposite. The plane landed safe and sound. And you guys like, and on the way out to the gate, I saw a Muslim man Okay, yeah, I know you guys like Jason. How do you know he's Muslim? That's so prejudiced. No, it's because I'm very racist. Okay, I don't know if you guys could make it through the rest of the joke, but you guys dressed too nicely for this. But I'm a flawed human being. I just try to do better, really. I'm really impatient also. That's another thing. I like coffee. Can we just agree, whoever the person goes to order the coffee, be ready to order. Do we agree on this? No, everybody waiting in line. I'll hear people go up there and go like this. I'll have a latte. I'm back here like, brother, latte what? Because you go, I'll have a latte. Now they have to go, is it iced or hot, medium or large? Why are you keeping secrets at this moment? Front load of goddamn information. Everybody's waiting. Why are you not considerate? This is the worst one. The worst one is people, this is when people go up there, they go like this. What do you mean, You had 15 minutes ago, When you go, inside, I'm like this, Because you just gave me cancer cells. Let me tell you something. When I am in line, I am practicing my order. Some of you agree with me, and some of you didn't react to this again, because you're the fucking problem. And you should kill yourself. I hold myself to the same standard. I'm considerate. I like oat milk. One time I went up there, I stuttered. I went like this. Oat? I went back to my car, slapped myself in the face. Looked in the mirror and say, do better, you piece of shit. How many O is it oat? 1! This is why your father doesn't love you. I try to cut deep. Dude, every time I'm in line, I'm like this, medium, ice, latte with oat milk. Oat. Will my father ever love me? Oat. Because when it's my turn, I'm ready. I take a deep breath, I go up there, medium iced latte with oat milk. Thank you. Freaking killed it. But sometimes they go, oh, we ran out of oat milk. Is whole milk okay? I go like this. Even better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Even though I know I'm about to have aggressive diarrhea. Yeah, I go even better. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you guys. I've been Jason Chen. You guys be great.
I am just going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. That's what I do in my comedy. Do we have any teachers here? Make some noise. Yeah? I am a teacher in the daytime. You're a teacher, sir? What's your name and what do you teach? Okay, Vaughn. Anybody else teach? All right, give it up for Vaughn. And I'm going to show you guys a magic trick. All right? Because Vaughn is a teacher, I'm a teacher, we have the same heart. If you guys aren't teachers, you probably don't know this, but every teacher wants every non-teacher to know from the bottom of our hearts, fuck these kids. Fuck each and every one of your fucking kids. If you're on the fence, do not have any fucking children. Please stop, okay? They're not the future, they're not anything. I went back to school to get my law degree because thank you, because I believe that children need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I taught kindergarten for 12 years. I'm from Chicago. I taught up in the northern suburbs of Chicago. I taught like an all-white school. All my students were white. Taught there for like 12 years, right? After the pandemic, I quit and I was just like, I can't take it anymore. But I got bored. So I went back. But I'm like, if I go back, it has to be totally different. So now I'm substituting in high schools on the south side of Chicago. Yeah, y'all in Ohio know that's fucking different, right? Because the first day of class when I walked in, I was subbing sophomores. This boy came in and he was like, hell yeah, I just passed the driver's ed exam, right? And a boy came in behind him and was like, you don't need no car to fuck these hoes. I was like, oh my God. Darius, what the fuck, right? He was like, I caught 22 holes on foot. I was like, oh my God. The price of pussy has dropped. What the fuck, right? Another thing I love, because like I said, I always work with little white kids. I'm working with all teenage black kids. Black kids come up with the best slang terms, right? I can figure out what any slang term means, except if you use it the right way. Like if you use it in the right context, I can figure it out. But I don't know if you guys know this. Teenagers are taking slang terms, like I'm 40, they're taking slang terms that I use as a teenager and they're flipping them to make them mean something else, right? I'll give you two examples. One, I don't know if you guys, there's a couple black people here, but do you guys know what a bust down is? Okay, a bust down is a hoe. It's a slut, right? It's a really derogatory term. Today, a bust down is a middle part wig. Look at the shock in everybody's faces. That's me when I was in class and these two girls were like, girl, I just paid $300 for this bust down. I was like, what? Where? Where the fuck you finding $300 hoes at, right? Here's another one. These boys were like, this is so fucked up. These boys were looking at their phone and they were like, yeah, that girl's a face fucker. Yeah, you can fuck that girl's face. Oh yeah, she's a face fucker. I was like, whoa, right? And I walked behind them to see what they were looking at. And they were just looking at pictures of pretty women, right? Not naked women, not girls with their asses out, just whatever. And so I'm like, why do you keep calling those girls face fuckers? And this boy was like, oh, Miss Clark, a face fucker is a girl that's so pretty that you'll fuck her while staring at her face. No, it's not. I was like, Google face fucking and tell me what y'all see, right? You'll see a bunch of bitches crying and like, ah, right? This boy was like, why you tripping, Miss Clark? You a face fucker. I was like, stop it. Stop before I get arrested. Are you a junior? Right? That is so fucking cute. Adorable. Oh shit, you alright? Alright. I don't know if anybody asked you guys about this, but do we have weed smokers here? Oh, yeah, we have weed smokers. Do y'all buy from dispensary or do you buy from like off the block? Dispensary? Block. See, it's a race question. You don't understand it. Like if you ask white people are like, I want to pay taxes. Black people, Mexican, whatever, they're like, nah, I support black businesses, right? Okay, so I'm not even like, when I do have like a weed man in Chicago, but like to my people who call the weed man, the plug, the connect, like, have you ever called him and he was busy and he pissed you off? Like I called the weed man before I came out here and I'm like, oh, I need some weed and going out to Ohio. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm at the park with my sons. I was like, sir, get the fuck back on the block. Like, I don't give a fuck about your kids. You're a drug dealer, bitch, right? I call the police on your ass, right? And like, I'm not even like, I know people are like, oh, I smoke blunts. I could like, if I smoked an entire blunt by myself, y'all would never see me again, ever. I take off running like Forrest Gump, right? Like I'm a 2-puffer, 4-puff, like that's it. And then I become like the question lady and shit, like, because I think I'm dead, so I have to interact with people. And if they're not paying attention, I have to keep asking, like, and I will would you rather you to death. Like, I'll be like, would you rather have a dick in the center of your chest or on the bottom of your foot? Like, I can't stop, right? Like, my boyfriend smokes so much weed, and like I was with, I had an epiphany last weekend. This is my epiphany. If given the chance, don't get tight on me, y'all. If given the chance to be the opposite of who you are, you will be the most toxic version of that thing. I'll give you an example. Me and my boyfriend was super hot, whatever. We're watching, I think we're watching Temptation Island, whatever, on Netflix. I love watching shows like that. Like, I love watching documentaries too, like where like white women get scammed and shit. Oh, it makes me laugh so hard because it's your own fucking fault, okay? You need to get some black friends in your life, but. So we were high, we're watching Temptation Island, right? And I had an epiphany. I asked my boyfriend, what would you do if you were a woman for one day, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you have your brain, right? Outside, you're a bad bitch. got titties, ass for days, whatever, you know? I'm like, what would you do? He's like, shit. Stand on the block. I was like, wait, what? Right? He's like, stand on the block, you know what I'm saying? Off a little pussy, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I have various prices, you know, $300 for a hand job, $500 for some dick. And I'm like, what? Right? He's like, I'll probably even go over to where the Cubs play at. I was like, you stand in front of Wrigley Field selling pussy, right? Are you crazy? He was like, okay, what would you do if you was a man? I was like, drive around looking for your whole ass. Try to get my dick sucked, you fucking bust down, right? Goddamn bust down. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit something else about my life. Yeah, I'm in a relationship. That's blah. All right, is anybody in a relationship here? Make some noise, ladies. I want you to clap if you've lived with your significant other for like longer than 2 years. Okay, keep clapping if you've made it past 3. You see how the energy shifted? They hate you. Every woman in here who's lived with a man has woken up in the middle of the night and looked at that man sleeping and thought to yourself, I should smack the fuck out of him right now. Oh, what woke you up, baby? You had a dream? All right. Had a dream about them pigeons again, right? All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this story. I'm from Chicago. Do we have people who grew up in the 80s here? Yeah. I have a famous father. My dad is Mr. T. Yeah, Mohawk Golden. Most people think I'm lying when I say that, but I'm like, why would I pick him? Like, who the fuck is lying about Mr. T, right? And I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so either everyone believed me or no one believed me. Like, there was no in between. I grew up in a very wealthy neighborhood, so everybody believed me.
You look like your
why
dad.
the fuck else is your black ass here, right? Like, well, when I was a kid, we lived on the south side of Chicago, and like, I get it. Like, I'm a black girl at an all-black school, and I'm trying to explain to my friends that the reason why they've never seen my dad before is because he's doing WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan, right? Like, everybody was like, shut the fuck up, Erica, right? And those were the teachers, right? So, I got this complex, and this is for real. My friends will tell you, or like people I meet. If I'm on stage, I'll talk about my dad, but I never tell people like who my dad is or like stuff I see because no one ever believes me, and they like really don't. Like, I will give you an example, like because like when I was in kindergarten, first grade, like kids kind of like ostracized me and wouldn't talk to me because I was like little lion ass Erica, you know, like they didn't believe me. And so this one weekend, all right, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Don't tell anybody the story, but. This one weekend, went to this WrestleMania event with my dad, and he was partners with Hulk Hogan, right? And my dad, it was the first time I was seeing wrestling live, right? So my dad's like, don't worry about it, it's fake. He's telling me, I have a sister who's 8 years older than me. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, it's all fake, whatever. But and he's in this wrestling match with this guy named Roddy Piper. Do you guys know who that is? Okay. And it's another dude or whatever, right? So my dad gets into the ring, and immediately Roddy Piper flips my dad in a way, and he cracks my dad's ribs, right? So my dad has to go to the emergency room, right? So me and my sister are crying, whatever. They take my dad to the ER. They bring him back to he comes back to the hotel room. He's all bandaged up, and like Hulk Hogan's in our hotel room, and Hulk Hogan's doing like lines of cocaine, right? And he still has the yellow shorts on, right? And he's like, T, I'm gonna fuck him up when I see. I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck him up. And my dad's just like, oh God, my ribs hurt so badly, right? And then there's a knock at the door, and it was Roddy Piper, right? And he goes, hey T, I'm real sorry about what happened. And Hulk Hogan's like, fuck that. And he grabs Roddy Piper and brings him into the hotel room, throws him against the wall, smashes the mirror. They're beating him. My dad's trying to break it up. Hulk Hogan's wife, Linda's there, and she's like, Terry, stop, right? And I'm like, wow. I didn't know that was his name, right? So, and my mom is trying to make my dad stop, and they're just beating, and all this stuff is flipped over and shit like that. Me and my sister are crying, and then we get on a plane, we come back to Chicago, I go to class, we're sitting in a sharing circle, and the teacher's like, what'd you do this weekend? And I was like, not a fucking thing. All right, I was Erica Clark, thanks.
I am.
Mr. T. Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper fighting in a hotel room with their wife and kids in there. It's crazy. All right. Okay. So we got that hand done. You know, got a hand job. Looks really good. I think so. Next thing we'll do is shift over to the next skin tone and start working on that. And it's a little bit after 5. I might go grab me something to eat. All right, guys. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. We're out of here. Wrong button.